Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Helck episode 6. It's going to be a day late, I believe, but I had a busy day, had to do some stuff with certain uh, government bodies that will not have me be late or move the appointment to any other day, so had to do that, unfortunately. I'm recording it fairly late, partly in hopes of perhaps having a little bit more livable conditions, but alas, even with the fan working, with the window open, with the balcony door open to create a draft in the middle of the night, literally it's 2 in the morning right now, I had to wear a tank top to be able to survive. I've taken a shower an hour or two ago and I'm already all sticky. Heat wave. Amazing. Great. I fucking love summer. Who wouldn't? And I live in a apartment complex, an old one without AC, and I can't have AC on the surface of the building because it doesn't belong to me. Jesus Christ. I never thought I'm gonna say it, but winter, please, please, please do come sooner, as soon as you can. Regardless, Helck. In the last episode, we were on the deserted island, and Helck built a boat of, a boat, more like a raft, to get himself and Vermilio out of there. The island is interesting, to say the least. It's not entirely deserted. It's inhabited by creatures. I don't really have a better way to put it. It is inhabited by creatures. There isn't a singular kind of a creature that inhabits it. Not like it's inhabited by four-armed midgets or red-skinned humans or whatever. Right? It's inhabited by all sorts of different various creatures, which is interesting and very fairy tale like. And not the fairy tale anime, but fairy tale as in I know, Andersen or the Grimm brothers. Well, maybe less so the Grimm brothers. Maybe less so the Grimm brothers. I was just checking if I have the correct episode loaded up, but yeah, I'm up to date with it. Besides this days worth of being late. So we have the means to get off this island, however measly those means might be, and at the same time, Asdora, yes, is launching some sort of a search party-ish thing in search for Vermilio, because our priority right now should be finding Vermilio, not trying to figure out how to do things without her. No, we just can't. We just need Vermilio. And unfortunately, the locator spell kind of sort of fails. I still believe it was recoverable, but for all intents and purposes, and for the purposes of the story, the spell kind of failed. Where is this show going to take us now? I don't know. Maybe an episode of Sailing the High Seas? Maybe an episode of visiting all sorts of islands on the archipelago, trying to make their way back to the demon realm? I'm not sure. They will get out of that island, that much is certain. I'm just not sure how exactly and precisely it's going to go. Besides the events overall of the previous episode, that episode was also very important in that it really served as a lot of growth for Vermilio and for her approach, her opinion of Helck. Right? So far, she's been extremely distrustful, but now she starts seeing things in a little bit of a different light, right? If Helck wanted me out of the picture, he could have just not saved me. If he was really, against us demons, he would have done that, etc., etc., etc. That's great. And another great thing that was also established in the previous episode was that there are ruins. There is some previous civilization, and I am always a huge sucker for lost civilizations and new civilizations built on top of them. That's one of the things I love the most about Ryza Atelier, although we haven't seen that much of ruin exploration yet in that series. We might not even see that much in the first place. We'll see about that. And now there's another series that has ruins and past civilizations, and that's great. I like it. What else can I say? So, I think that about does it. I don't think I have anything more to say about the previous episode, and I don't think I have any more predictions for the current one. So I think we should just start watching it, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on with the cable. What's going on in the show, of course, and I'm gonna have to ask you guys for your support. Support the channel monetarily on Patreon, link down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs nothing, helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 6 of Helck in 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, last time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh, right. We ended with the village elder noticing them. Also, if I seem like low energy and stuff during this episode, maybe not providing particularly lively commentary and whatnot, please do understand. I really don't take heat well, and it's fucking hot. It's the kind of hot where you don't like sweat buckets, you just get sticky. You're not feeling like you're burning, but it's still uncomfortable. The kind of like unescapable heat that's everywhere. It's not wet heat, it's not dry heat, it's like the fucking worst kind. So I don't know if my eyes sting because I'm sleepy and tired, or do they sting because it's this hot? Is my headache actually headache, or is it a fucking heat stroke? It's the worst. Invasion? Are we going this fast towards like actual invasion onto the demon realm? I mean, the invasion kind of happened already, but not like full scale, I don't think. No, not really. He's worried about something else, something stupid probably. Oh, there's more Jawas around. Is that the invasion? Jawa's trying to invade the mainland. Okay. I knew it's gonna be something stupid. Yeah, he wanted to build a little bit more, you know, weight to it. He was on to the joke. Also, again, who are you lot? He's a local attraction. That's actually a good point. How do we know where we are and where do we go? The Great Witch, okay. Of course, she lives atop the mountain. Hmm. Probably not an issue for Helck and Vermilio. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, actually. She's integrated into this society, didn't she? Taking walks on a beach, fishing, watching the sunset, you know, the simple joys. Introverted, are we? Yeah, I can empathize. Oh, so the human kingdom seems to be having some more fundamental issues, it would seem. You just destroyed his dream. Zoop. Zoop. Because you're my friend, Anne. Right? I mean, obvious, isn't it? Okay, giving back the kindness, essentially. Feeling guilty, aren't we? Exactly. Hmm. Interesting. Tell us more. We know of the angel lady, that Helck knew her, but who else and how? Is it actually that Helck is an outcast? Him. Okay. So we have an official confirmation of Edil's gender. But something happened. Yeah, it really did. Just snapped into nighttime. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So the king is at fault here. Probably. Okay. Oh, yes. I love this reversal. Because isn't it usually that it's the demons from the demon realm who are like spreading like the plague across the world, right? Attacking the elves, attacking the dwarves, attacking the humans. In this show, it's humans who are the scourge. I love it. Whining is important for morale. A biggin. Oh, okay. Worse. We have seen them in the opening, I believe. It would be hard not seeing with eyes like yours. They're stronger than the rest. Yep. Just eating beans. Wiping out the demon kind for whatever reason. You're the ones waging war. Allow me to notice that. You are the ones who cause the opposite of peace. I hope she survives. They don't have Helck's support, so that's going to be a tough battle. Yeah. A fighter, an archer, and a mage. Classic team composition. No, please help. Yeah, there's more than just those three. Being able to defeat those three, probably feasible. Being able to destroy the Soul Army, less so. Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Right, he doesn't have a weapon. I wonder why that is. You can, like, create waypoints or something that allow you to teleport around. Anne? Oh. Oh, it's one of the... yeah. It's one of the dog sisters. And there goes your ability to fly and your ability to live. If you can call the state you're in living. Yeah, probably. If you trained by, stopping Vermilio's rampaging, yeah, just Fireball is just child's play. She was recalled. Yeah. AoE. Asdora. Well, watch them do that. And he just doesn't fight, just runs. Far enough for what? Yeah, that's Asdora. And someone. I mean, at least he got a, theme song for entering the battlefield. Just Asdra being Asdra. Okay, show us how much of a badass you are, Asdra. Oh, that's why he's wearing the mask. Gotcha. A blank mask would have worked better, honestly. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You had to say something, Hura. Hmm. Okay. That's nice. That's a very nice goal. And I thought Helck is fighting for that goal, working towards it, but perhaps not. But the demons and Azadra are. Okay, go ahead and Mamoru your Nakamas. Tentacles. Those stone tentacles are much more. Oh, tree tentacles are much more nimble and agile than I thought they might be. Just being able to catch flying targets like that, no problem. Yeah. No, no, he's not the demon lord actually. No, not really. Yeah, not the demon lord. That was an interesting episode. Brought a lot of lore and world building. It seems like we are, slowly the gears are starting to spin, right? The flywheel starts taking on some serious speed. That's what it feels like. A lot of very surprising things. Maybe not as much surprising. Sure, okay, there were some surprises in this episode, of course. But a lot of like trope reversal, I wanted to say, but I think it goes even deeper than just, your everyday book standard trope reversal. No, spoilers. Spoilers. We don't do that here. Next time, the Human King. Are we going to meet him, or what are we gonna do? I don't know. We'll see. What we will see now, though, is this very same episode again. Except in a different view. Shall we? Yes, we shall. Of course we shall. OP, OP, OP. Anything significant in the OP that I would, like, see that I haven't seen? Those are just angel grants, and this is the trio that Hura and the team are fighting right now. Is this the Human King? I don't know. Just kind of came to my mind that it might be the Human King. We need to proceed with caution. Yeah, Helck just wanted to increase the tension a little bit. He figured out what's the deal here, and he just wanted to prank Vermilio a little bit. Didn't work out quite well, unfortunately, but oh well, intentions are what matters in this case, at least. Some nice food. Some nice fun with all sorts of different creatures. Sorry I'm yawning, but this heat really tires me out. I dream of nothing more than just lay in bed. But then again, my bed is, like, warm. It's not cold. So there's no good place to be right now. Whatever. Let's continue. There's a revered witch who lives atop that mountain. And she raised a barrier, of course, so that nobody bothers her, and she will come down to meet up with everybody. Cool. I really like Vermilio here. Like, why don't you say that you don't want to go with them? No, but that would hurt their feelings. I can, like, fully empathize with it. Fully, entirely. Someone asks me something, I really have a hard time saying no. I really do, and I need to work on that, but doesn't change the fact. I never imagined that the people living outside the human kingdom were so kind. It really, really seems like the human realm is kind of a shithole. Not the way the demon realm is a shithole because it's, like, filled with toxic miasma and whatnot, but rather in a way where humans are, on average, scum. That's what I'm reading here, right? That humans are the warmongers, humans are the brutes, traits usually associated with demons, for example. This show really works well as a reversal of roles, right? It's not a demon invasion and demons are assholes. It's the human invasion and humans are assholes. I really like that. The demon realm rocks. And here we get a little bit of backstory on Helck. I was already alone by that point. And yeah, of course, Vermilio would feel guilty for suspecting him. And all those suspicions seem to be cleared for the most part, if not entirely. I was already alone at this point. Will you really be able to fight against the Winged Knights? Will you fight them honestly? Yes. Why? Because I have a score to settle. They're no longer but living weapons. They will cause chaos for every race in the whole world if left unchecked. Humans are a blight on this world that can no longer be allowed to exist. This is something that in your every other series would be said about demons, isn't it? It really is. So, Helck has a score to settle. Let me consult my notebook, because I had a few theories on the topic. And I think they might actually hold some merit. Uh-huh. Where is it? Right. Helck wants demons and humans to coexist in peace. I don't think that's the case. I think that's genuinely what Asdra wants, perhaps demons at large. But Helck, I think he genuinely just wants to wipe out humanity. There is no, like, coexistence in his mind. Humanity is too rotten to coexist with. So I don't think this is the case. Then there is my thoughts. Did I actually note it anywhere? I have noted that Helck's brother got corrupted or something, and Helck needs to stop it. Helck is being framed for fratricide, possibly. Helck's brother wanted coexistence, told Helck, church didn't like that, banished Helck, imprisoned, killed brother. Helck's brother was experimented on to develop heroification process. That is still feasible. Humans and demons used to live in harmony. I mean, well, it might be like too early. I don't usually mark any theories this early on in the show, but I think we can like safely mark it in green. We have confirmation from Asdra, and I have no. I don't think we should be distrustful towards him, right? Like, I don't have a reason to not trust Asdra's words. It seems like I don't have this theory noted down, so let me note it down. How do I word it though? Helck was ostracized for something and chased away eventually. I think that would be the best way. Helck was ostracized and chased away. We know that Helck has a score to settle. I wonder if the score is with the king, and the theory of experimentation on Helck's brother holds true. Helck's score to settle is with human king. Helck seems basically like, maybe disillusioned isn't the best word to use here, but I can't find any better one, so I'm gonna say disillusioned with humanity. Right? Like, he's been living his life believing that, oh, it's a nice world we live in, it's a nice country. But then something happened that turned his perception 180. Perhaps something happened to his brother, perhaps something happened to himself. We don't know that. There was a mention of how Helck used to have comrades, he used to have friends, but now he is going against them, he stands against them. I wonder, is it the case of his friends turning against Helck because he was chased away, because he was banished by the king, or something along those lines? And since all humanity is loyal to the king, his friends stayed loyal to the king. I wonder if it is something along those lines. One thing I really want to note down is that Helck reconnects with one of old friends, and they join the team. It seems like something that would happen. I have no basis for this, but I think this is something that has a chance to happen. Perhaps Helck will actually have to fight against 10 of his former friends, former companions, but that one will perhaps get back to Helck's side. I have a sneaking suspicion that might happen, but of course, nothing to base this opinion on. The number of monsters keeps growing any larger. Then it's definitely going to impede efforts to rebuild the castle. So they're not only dealing with the angels, they're also dealing with just random monsters that roam the demon realm. And here's the 3 heavenly knights of the human realm, or whatever their titles are. Just some banter before a fight. Hura is strong, or is it those angels, those artificial heroes who are weak? Is it this windy outside? Ah. Oh, it's windy. I'm gonna have to close the door, the balcony door, and the window after I'm done recording. What was I talking about? Right, that those artificial heroes are simply weaker than they think they are. Right? We know that Helck's brother managed to kill the demon lord. I can only assume that to be a demon lord, demon king, you need to be stronger, perhaps, than your subordinates, like Vermilio, like Asdra, right? And so a true, real, proper hero can do that. Maybe without an issue, maybe with an issue, but can do that overall. Here we have artificial heroes, fairly high leveled as far as artificial heroes go, because they have like consciousness, and they already believe that Hura is surely the next demon lord, because she's so incredibly strong. And then they need someone stronger. Ista? I think Ista is her name. One of the Dogo sisters. Ista. Yep. Ista and Asta. Ista. And Ista has really no problem dispatching of those heroes either. Just casually cuts down however many of them in a single swipe. And then they need Asdra, and oh, he managed to defeat all 1,000 of us in a single fell swoop. He must be the Demon Lord. No, he's not. Vermilio is probably stronger than him, and she's not the Demon Lord either. There is like huge strength disparity here, and a huge like expectations disparity. I wonder if the propaganda machine in the human realm is alive and well. Basically, oh, you will become angels, the heroes of the human realm, and you will be undefeated. You will be the strongest of the strongest. You will have no issue fighting demons. You know, building up their ego, building up their belief that this is actually going to be the case. And now they face reality, and uh-oh, the advertisement lied. Probably the case. Misleading advertisement on the recruitment poster. I now understand why Edil didn't survive. Edil didn't survive because one of your angels killed him. 27 minutes. And we get support. This Narwhal fella is actually decently strong as well. Just being able to tank this magic like it's nothing. Yeah, they are extremely strong, and the artificial heroes are extremely weak. I really, really, really like this entrance. I can't stress it enough how much I like this entrance. Fog covering his shoulders and his head with a piece of cloth, looking downwards. This little drum being giving a rhythm. The eyes of the girl who carries the drum also being hidden by her fringe. I really, really like this entrance. I really do. Like, you know, you're dealing with a badass here. And I honestly thought, and I was hoping that it's a part of some sort of ritual, or maybe Asdra's magic works this way, where he needs this drum, for example, for his magic to work, or for like large scale magic to work. He's just gonna pull out two sticks or something, or two pieces of rope or whatever, and he's gonna start dancing to the rhythm, and this will summon a fucking rain of fire, or you know, something like that. I really, really like that. I really, really did. The mask detracts a little bit from the badassery, but not much, oddly enough. Not much, because it's just one element that's comedic. The rest is entirely and wholly serious and badass. They brought an elite with them who's far more dependable than any army. Yeah, probably. Which is why he goes out of his way to make sure we never see his angry side. Badass clown. Badass clown. Immediately reminds me of the protagonist of Undead Girl Murder Farce, who's also a badass clown. I really like this archetype. I really, really do. He knew he wouldn't be able to hold back his rage at their deaths. And yeah, we actually don't want to fight. Surprise. We, the demons, are not actually warmongers. We're not a threat. We don't even want to fight. You got it into your heads for whatever godforsaken reason that we want to fight. No, we don't. War, it just brings tragedy. He's speaking truth here. Well, I guess I don't need to close the window because it just closed itself. Let's work. So why don't you say that we find a way to coexist instead? Indeed, and this is a huge drop of the world building. Not like drop in quality or whatever, but like huge bomb in the world building department in this show, where we, Demonkin, and you humans did coexist. So it already was the case. Humans and demons used to live in harmony, but then something happened. New human kingdom was established, and something fucking happened. Be it the king and the new doctrine, be it a church, something. Something in that human kingdom made demonized the demon king and drove the wedge between those two people. I wonder how that happened. I'm incredibly curious about the history of this world. And it's not often this is the case. It really isn't. I've seen a lot of shows and read a lot of manga where the world has some sort of a history to it, I rarely am actually interested in that history. It serves as a background, and it does its job as a background well, or doesn't. It also happens, but it's mostly just background. This is one of the very few times where I take active interest in the history of this world. I'm really, really interested in what happened that drove the wedge between the humans and the demons. And why? That's also a very important thing, right? Because we can know how it was done, and you could think of multiple ways, right? Demonizing the demonkin, propaganda machine, yada, 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 yada. Mostly just propaganda. But why? Why? This is a good question. If they lived in harmony for so long, why did someone suddenly decide, no, no more? I wonder. I really, really do. Just look at all this amazing power we've been given. Well, you're losing to Hura, so it's not that amazing. And wooden tentacles just plucking those people out of the air like it's no big deal. The Demon Lord, no, he's even worse. No, actually. No, he's just a... He was bedridden like a couple days ago. This is the best thing about it. This has to be the big boss who stands at the top of the food chain in the demon realm. No. No, he's not. He's one of the 4 elite lords. He's recently been bedridden. He still coughs up blood. He's still not at peak efficiency. And there are people stronger than him. No, he's not a demon lord. ED, and spoilers. Skip that, miss me with that. Oh, no. This view. Full face. There we go. That was episode 6 of Helck. And it's only getting better and better. What can I say here? I really like how much of a slow burn it is. I'm usually not sure whenever a show is a slow burn. I'm usually fairly ambivalent on that, but in this case I enjoy it. Because it leaves the world and the characters and everything else space to grow. We're not, beelining it to the end. It also increases the impact whenever impact needs to be increased. If they were squeezing things even more to perhaps close this series in 12 or 13 episodes, the scene of Asdra fighting could have been just the tentacles popping out from the ground, just catching everybody, a still frame of everybody being caught, and just a bit of a camera shake applied to it to show, done, they're all caught already, and that would be it. But because it's a slow burn, because we have more episodes, they could afford, time-wise, to include this whole scene and show us that it wasn't that simple to just pluck everybody out of the sky, and that higher level heroes are stronger than newborn heroes because they managed to avoid the tentacles for some time, but ultimately they were defeated anyway. Right? It conveys much more information to us. So I do enjoy the pacing of Helck, for sure. I'm incredibly intrigued by the story, by the lore, by the world. Not even I mean, sure, I'm intrigued by the story, but mostly about the backstories and the world. Because the story wouldn't be the way it is if not for Helck's backstory, right? So I'm curious about that. I'm curious about the past in general. Both the recent past, when Helck decided to get rid of humanity, and the old past, the past way behind, where someone decided to drive a wedge between humans and demons and start waging war. It's probably not going to be the case, but a thought just came to my mind. Would be interesting if it turns out that the human king is someone that got fucking isekai'd over. That's why the sudden shift. That's why the sudden shift, because all of the light novels and all of the games and everything says that, oh, demons are evil and angels are, oh, good and angelic. So a fresh arrival from Japan is like, oh, but demons though, let's wipe them so I can get my XP level adventuring to 5. Right? It's probably not the case. It's probably not the case. But it's an interesting thought. I guess I get reminded of Shokei Shoujo Virgin Road, where the isekai people are the bad guys. It would be interesting to see a show where it's the locals, or read a manga. If you know a manga like that, do let me know, because it's an interesting concept that I don't think I've seen explored, besides Shokei Shoujo, where it's the locals, the natives of this world, fighting against an isekai Japanese salaryman. But that's off topic for Helck. I would love to see that though. And probably not what happened with Helck. So the source of motivations for two people right now is very questionable and very interesting. The motivation for the first human king to create the division between humans and demons, and the source for motivation for Helck that drove him to despise humanity this much. And I'm curious, I'm incredibly curious. Don't spoil it to me, right? Like, as usual, no spoilers. I will learn it all in due time, I hope. If not from the show, then I will certainly pick up the manga when the show ends and there's no announcement of another season or something. I will pick it up because I'm too curious. I am too goddamn curious. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything more to say, and I don't want to keep you here with me just spinning in circles, repeating the same points. One more thing that I guess I wanted to reiterate is the natives of this island. They're so incredibly varied. I wonder why that is and how that is. And I also wonder who's the witch gonna be. Because I have a feeling she's gonna be something, someone significant. Perhaps a human. Perhaps a human or a demon. Probably not the case, but sure, why not? Might as well note it down. That's why I have this notebook after all. And I can already see that I didn't leave myself quite enough space for Helck. I didn't think there's gonna be like this much shit to it. Which is a human or a demon? I really made a mistake. Like, I left myself a lot of space for Zom 100, for example, but I should have left a little bit more space for Helck. Oh well, that can be alleviated somehow. Right, I think now that's gonna be it. I think now I don't have anything more to say, but maybe you guys do. And if you do, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. If you do want to talk spoilers, do it on the Discord. Here, also linked in the description. You can join it. It's free, open to everybody. So feel free to use it to your heart's content. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel somewhere down below to be notified of future releases of not only Helck, but also Zom 100 Nanatsu no Makangashi Hai Suru, Atelier Raiza, Undead Girl Murder Farce, and Madoka Magica Rebellion. It's coming, and it's... Whoa, that was a huge lightning. Jesus Christ, that's a big storm. So I also stream sometimes, so click the bell icon to be notified of when I go live, and support the channel monetarily if you want on Patreon, link down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Madoka Magica Rebellion. It's up on Patreon already, and for just a single dollar a month you get your role on the Discord and a place in the credits. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, no problem, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the list of my wonderful Patreons: QB Without a Net, Fruit, Yanka Iju, Dotaris Curium, MZ, Rainer, Akamancer, Marsh, Fassel, Dr. Wood, Yuki Ally, and Hans Peter, and you can join their ranks without having to defeat the humanity.